I remember the day it all started. I was at work, tired, a little clumsy. I nearly tripped over nothing, and my colleague Rita noticed.
Are you okay?
I told her I was fine, just a busy day, nothing serious. But deep down, I knew something felt off. Rita mentioned she'd been practicing yoga lately, said it had changed her life, reduced her stress, helped her sleep better, even helped her focus at work. I smiled politely, but inside I was skeptical. Yoga? I didn't have time for that. I had coffee. Coffee was my therapy. But that night, I couldn't sleep. Rita's words kept playing over in my mind. At midnight, I did something I never thought I'd do. I called her. I felt silly. It was late, and I was rambling about yoga like some lost soul looking for salvation. Rita was half asleep, but kind as ever. She told me we'd talk in the morning. That weekend, she took me to meet her cousin, Maya, a yoga instructor. Warm smile, calm eyes, a voice that felt like a warm breeze.
Yoga speaks for itself. If you're ready, it'll show you the way.
The first few sessions were awkward, my body stiff, my mind racing. But then, something shifted. I started sleeping better. I felt less anxious. My mornings didn't feel so heavy. For the first time in years, I started to feel present. A few weeks later, something strange happened at work. I was in the elevator with a colleague when suddenly I couldn't breathe. My heart raced. My body trembled. Everything felt like it was spinning. The next thing I remember, I was in a hospital bed. The doctor told me I had hyperthyroidism. My thyroid was overactive. That explained the tremors, the sleepless nights, the constant fatigue. He said I needed surgery, that I'd be on medication for life. I turned to Maya. I needed more than just physical healing now. I needed emotional strength, spiritual clarity. That's when she invited me into a more sacred side of yoga, the part they don't teach in regular classes. Deep breathing, healing mantras, ancient practices meant to align mind and spirit. One day, back at work, my boss saw me practicing a quiet chant during break. He told me it sounded demonic. Demonic. He didn't understand, and I didn't need him to. I defended my practice, told him to educate himself before speaking out of ignorance. At home, in the silence of the night, I began to hear whispers, soft, eerie, impossible whispers. I searched the apartment, nothing, just me, alone. But the voices, they didn't stop. I ran to Rita's place, terrified. She let me stay the night, comforting me like the true friend she always was. Maya told me the whispers were just distractions, echoes of inner turmoil. She offered more advanced practices, not for the faint of heart, she said. I agreed. I was desperate. At work, they returned. Mid-presentation, I broke down, collapsed. They told me to take time off. Rita, she tried to help, but I had overstayed my welcome. I packed my things and left. Then Carla, another kind soul, let me stay. But the questions never stopped. Why wasn't I staying at my own place? Why was I hiding? Because I was afraid. I was afraid of what I couldn't understand. I told Mr. Ross the truth, that I believed something bigger was happening, something spiritual, maybe something beyond. He listened, not as a boss, but as a human.
The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest.
As he prayed, I felt warmth wash over me, not external, but deep, internal. I wept uncontrollably, not in fear, but in relief. He gave me scriptures to meditate on, told me to read Psalm 91 aloud every night. He encouraged me to call on the name of Jesus. I obeyed. That night, something happened. I woke up gasping, frozen in bed. A dark presence towered over me. I couldn't scream, couldn't move. I felt it pressing on my chest, whispering again, hissing. And then I remembered what Mr. Ross said, call on the name of Jesus. With every ounce of strength, I whispered, Jesus, help me. In that moment, light, blinding, holy light filled the room. I heard a fierce sound, like a war in the spirit. And then, silence. The shadow vanished. I was free. Later, I would understand what happened. That was a demon, stirred up from those rituals. And when I called on Jesus, the angels of the Lord fought for me. After that night, I gave my life to Jesus. Fully. No more crystals, no more chants, no more illusions of peace without the Prince of Peace. I was delivered, saved, and born again. Be careful what doors you open. Not every practice that promises peace comes from the light. Many of them are subtle deceptions, dressed in beauty, but rooted in darkness. Woke culture, modern spirituality, manifestation, yoga, they all promise wholeness, but without Christ, they are empty. Worse, they can become traps. He is the way, the truth, and the life. There is no other name by which we must be saved. If this story touched your heart, if you've ever wondered about the unseen battles we face, and if you're seeking truth, healing, or freedom, you are not alone. There is power in the name of Jesus, and there is hope for everyone who calls on him. Subscribe to my channel, Divine Revelations, for more real stories, divine encounters, and truth that sets you free. Let's walk this journey together, because light belongs in the darkness, and Jesus is calling us home. Don't forget to like, share, and turn on notifications so you never miss a testimony that might just save a soul. Until next time, stay blessed, stay watchful, and stay in the Word.